Is an AI-created song topping the country music charts? I want you to listen closely to the words of this song.
Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been loud too long.
Country music artist Breaking Rust says he was born this way, but he, or actually it, wasn't born at all. That song, Walk My Walk, was created and performed by an artificial intelligence program.
And on this Tech Tuesday, Tim Werth, tech editor for Mashable, is joining us to talk about a story he wrote called No, That AI Country Song Isn't Number One on the Billboard chart. Yes, it is terrible. All right, Tim, go ahead. Explain.
All right. Well, all week I kept seeing stories on social media saying, oh, this AI song is number one on the chart. So, I looked into it. It's not really, technically. Morgan Wallen, Shabuzi, they're actually at the top of the charts. So this song did make it to the top of a chart. It was number one on digital country music sales, which, if you're asking who buys singles online, the answer is pretty much no one. So it wasn't at the top of the country charts in any real meaningful sense. It's an interesting case, though. I mean, there's definitely tons of AI songs being uploaded all the time.
And you say you grew up in the South, so you've listened to plenty of country music songs. What part of the South you grew up in, Tim?
I grew up in Charlotte. I lived in Texas briefly. So my entire childhood, I listened to country pop, kind of against my will. So, the thing about country, the thing about AI is it sounds really a lot like the real thing, but that's less because AI is so good and just because a lot of the music you hear is just kind of generic. So it's easier to mimic. It's easier to get the, broad outline of it right. And I think that's the case here. I mean, just think of the name, Breaking Rust. Like, it sounds country, but what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything at all.
Yeah.
Now, casting aspersions on country listeners, it's not very nice, Tim. It's not very nice at all.
There is some great country out there. I wouldn't call myself a giant country music fan, but there is some really good country, but that's not. You are correct, Tim. That is not good country. So, it's kind of creepy because the vast majority, according to Mashable, of us cannot tell the difference between actual human singers and AI singers. And that's kind of creepy, but what is it we're listening for in an AI singer? I get it when in a picture somebody has 6 fingers, you go, that's AI. Yeah.
It's getting really, really hard to tell. A new survey just came out done by Ipsos. It found that 97% of people couldn't reliably tell if a song was AI or not. That's a high number. I mean, we'll need more studies to confirm it, but I've listened to quite a bit of AI songs. They're not good in the sense of, I'm going to be listening to them on repeat, but they're realistic. I mean, they really, really are. So if you want to tell the difference, the instrumentals are usually pretty realistic. The vocals are usually where you can tell. They're just a bit too generic, I guess. It's it's kind of ineffable. It's not too early to break out that word, but if you listen to enough of it, you start to get a sense for it.
Yeah, I think it's worth just another quick listen here. So
Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been loud too long.
Yeah.
That is truly terrible.
Yeah, I've been a musician since 4th grade, and that is bad. All right, on to something else here, because is on a Tech Tuesdays, we're joined by tech editor at Mashable, Tim Werth. Netflix is introducing a new game night feature, and this is tech, but this is kind of going back in time because they're doing classic games, right?
That's right. So Netflix has tried to do gaming before, and it didn't quite work. And partly it was because it was just a weird experience. If you wanted to play a game on Netflix, they would take you to the App Store to download something, and it just didn't work. So they're trying something new. This is built right into Netflix. You don't need to download anything special. You don't have to pay extra, which is really, really nice. And they're going after family game night, which seems to make a lot of sense. So it's games you already know, Pictionary, Boggle, games you can play with friends, with family, and you can use your phone as the controller. So you don't need any extra equipment. You don't need a gaming console. I think it makes a lot of sense for Netflix in particular, and I'm kind of excited to try it over Thanksgiving personally.
Oh yeah,
It's interesting to see because I remember because I'm 190 years old. I remember when Netflix sent you DVDs in the mail, and to see them evolve into the monster that they are today is just wild.
Yeah, and now they're going old school. I like this. And you gonna try this when you go home for Thanksgiving, or are you just gonna complain that you were forced to listen to country music, Tim?
Definitely gonna give it a shot. Sorry to talk bad about country. My first concert was Shania Twain. I love folk music, Johnny Cash. So don't come for me, listeners.
Okay, all right. No, I'm
Come
with you.
on, man.
Johnny
I was just
Cash,
warming
too.
up my pitchfork. I had my torch. We were all ready to go.
She grew up in Texas too, and
Yes.
I grew up in Arizona, so we were surrounded by country music as well. All right. Thanks a lot, Tim. It's 6:20 now on Arizona's Morning News.
Thanks for watching Arizona's Morning News. Click to watch more from KTAR News and hit the button in the middle to subscribe.